Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you are here. Today we're going to be chatting about easy steps to implement a healthier lifestyle in 2024. Can't believe we're already here. I thought that now would be a good time to post the video because it's January, it's the beginning of the new year, and what better way to start than some helpful tips on how to live a healthier life. As always, like and subscribe and let's get started. Okay, so I have prepared a list of some helpful things that I think are easy to implement and should be like the first steps to living a healthier life overall. They're not the end all be all. I am not perfect myself. There are days where I struggle to implement these things because we're human, and it's kind of the beauty of it, right? Before we get started though, I want to give a little bit of a background on how this came to fruition. How did I get inspired to start implementing these steps into my life personally? So acne has always been something I've struggled with ever since literally 7th grade. I've been on different medications for it, all the things. The last one I went on was Accutane, and it cleared it up, which was like, yay. However, a year after that, it came back. So from that, I got very frustrated and I was just so confused because I felt like I tried everything under the sun and was honestly just feeling really out of control and aggravated at it. Like there was no control I had in like my skin, and it was just honestly, as a female, a very big confidence killer because your skin is, I don't know, on your face. Oh. When I did an internship in Hawaii, that's what really spurred me on to start living a healthier lifestyle. I feel like it's really easier in Hawaii. You're in the tropics, you're enjoying the beach, the amazing food, the clean eating, and it was such a blessing in that way to start implementing a healthier lifestyle. And so here are some of the tips and tricks and things I've learned along the way for you to implement in 2024. So first things first, with all of these things, consider what's actually attainable. One thing at a time. It can be really overwhelming when thinking about like healthier living. Like people are like, I don't even know where to start. Like I'm overwhelmed. There's so many different things. There's so many different voices, and I completely understand it. I felt the same way. And so I just want to tell you one thing at a time. If there's one thing in this whole video that's like, oh, that kind of sounds cool or gets me excited, I want you to run with that one thing for the next 90 days. Grab your accountability partner, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, boyfriend, husband, pet gerbil, literally whoever, and just have them keep you accountable for the next 90 days to become the better version of yourself. And that's what this is all about, is becoming the most holy, clean, pure version of ourselves to honor God. Every day we should wake up saying, how can we move our body? How can we eat healthy? How can we honor the body that God gave me? And I think a lot of times we miss the mark in this. We indulge and we just eat whatever we want. Or we're like, I don't need to work out today, or I don't need to move my body. But I would challenge you that that's the opposite of what we should do. We should honor our body through the way we move, the way we eat, and the things that we intake. So I have a couple steps that should help with this. So number one, with food, it's all about how we think. When I started eating a healthier plate, some people pushed back at me and they were like, it's so restrictive. And I actually disagree with that. I think it's really beautiful that we have the free will and we have the choice. And that's the key word. We have the choice of what we eat. We have the choice of what we put on our plate. We have the choice of what goes in our body. And that doesn't mean we have to be perfect all the time or even like create this perfect model. It's okay to have like ice cream or cookies every once in a while, or whatever it may be that you want to have. But I think realizing like, is this like an indulgence, or is this like honoring my body? And so when I would put food on my plate, I'd be like, I get to choose what's filling my body that God gave me, and I want it to be something that's like very honorable and is good for me and has like nutrients and vitamins and all the things. So when I went to an allergist to clear my acne, he gave me this plate model. He said half vegetables, a quarter carbs, and a quarter meat. And I was like, oh, easy, like catch me eating potatoes and rice. And he was like, no, you are going to eat beans, lentils, chickpeas, cabbage, beets, like you name it. We are diversifying the palate. Diversity in vegetables, diversity in meats. He said mostly chicken and a little bit of red meat and then a little bit of fish. But what I was doing previously was I was pescatarian, gluten-free, dairy-free. He said that gluten and dairy were not causing my acne, and if I had them a little bit at a time, which helped me a lot because I was feeling like so like I can't eat bread, and now I just don't eat it because I feel really inflamed and icky when I eat it. which has been a cool thing to learn about yourself, is like, if I take this food off of what I eat, like, how does this affect my body? Like, do I feel any different? Do I feel mentally more clear? And a lot of people feel clear with not eating gluten. So I actually really recommend trying to not eat gluten for like 90 days and just see how you feel. I can promise you'll feel less inflamed. You'll feel more mental clarity, and just overall, you'll feel better about yourself. When grocery shopping or looking at foods, I encourage you to look at the labels and look at what oil they're putting in the foods and what they're making it with. So seed oils are very common in a grocery store, even if it has a healthy label on it, which is called greenwashing. And essentially it is just a mask that the food department has put on different foods, different food companies, to make you think it's healthy. And in reality, it's coated in future diseases, inflammation, viruses, cancers, all the things. And so the reason it tastes so good is because, one, it's super cheap for the food department, food company to make, but two, it's canola oil or vegetable oil, okay? So stay away from seed oils. They're listed here. And that's just a really great challenge of like, okay, like, I want to stay away from this. I choose not to eat that. The second thing I would encourage you to implement is movement of your body. This is such a God-honoring action, whether it be walking, playing pickleball with friends, going for a run, working out, lifting weights. Especially as females, we should be lifting weights. So I love Pilates, I love yoga, sculpt, all the things, but that shouldn't be your everyday movement. I encourage you to get in there, challenge your body, lift those heavy weights because you're capable. And I think the most frustrating thing teaching group fitness classes is a lot of girls don't think they're capable of lifting over 20 pounds. I always tell my girls at the beginning of class, like, pick up the heavy weight, challenge yourself. If you can only do one set with that weight, like, that's great, do it. And then if you have to go down, that's totally fine. It's not like humiliating or anything. And if you're somebody that's just looking to start their fitness journey, I once was there too. I started like consistently working out about 2.5 years ago. And when I first started, I walked into my apartment gym and I felt so lost. And it wasn't until I started at 45 with a group fitness class that I finally started feeling more confident in the gym. So I definitely say join a group fitness class if you're wanting to feel confident in the gym, whether it be Orange Theory, F45, Soul Cycle, Spanga, any of them. I think they're all great as a place to start. And then from there, you can build the confidence to go lift free weights on your own, or maybe do CrossFit or a run club or something like that. The next easy step to implement are the products that we put on our body. So I think some easy ones are deodorant, makeup, skincare, and cleaning supplies in our home, even though it's, I guess, not on your body. I guess it's more of a product we use. But makeup, some brands I recommend are listed here, but my number one is Crunchi. And if you want a $10 off link, it is below. I absolutely love all their makeup. I don't recommend their mascara, I'll be honest, but everything else is amazing, and it's what I'm wearing right now. The second thing is perfume. So Salt and Light Company by Sammy. Her discount code is below as well. Sam and I use her perfume and cologne, and it is Chef's Kiss. We used it on our wedding day, and it's amazing. Third thing is deodorant. I really like Tom's. I've tried Native, and I don't like that it when you sweat, it turns your armpits and clothes white. I just think that looks really icky and gross. So I love the smell of Native, but I don't like that it turns your pits white. And then the fourth thing is cleaning supplies. So just looking for cleaner cleaning supplies that avoid these ingredients. The last thing is to strengthen your relationship with God. Some ways I've been loving recently is praying through a psalm, just hands open, praying to the Lord, and just meditating and really visualizing the scripture of that psalm. It's been very relaxing and just really calming of the mind in the morning. I also love prayer journaling and just praying out my thoughts. If you need a prayer guide, the Acts prayer method is amazing. It's right here. I might mess up some of the words, but I know them when I go through them. But affirmation is the first one. So affirming God and his character. Confession, so confessing things that you've fallen short with God in. T is for Thanksgiving, so thanking God for all the amazing things in your life. And then last is, it's either supplication or supplimation, I forget. But that's when you're hey God, these are the things I want to partner with you in. These are my requests, my thoughts, all the things. And I think it's beautiful because it puts all of God's affirmations, the affirmations we give him, before our own requests. And I think just humbling ourselves in that daily is very important, and reminding ourselves that none of these things matter unless we have Jesus. So waking up every morning, getting in scripture, praying, like having Jesus be the first thought of our day as we go to move our body to honor what we put in it and on it is very, very important. So I hope that these are helpful tips for you guys and help you feel spurred on. I encourage you to take at least one of these things and implement it over the next 90 days. And per usual, like and subscribe and comment down below which one is going to spur you on for 2024.